Okay.
So you try to speak English today or in Vietnamese?
Oh, I can do both. Không biết là mọi người bữa nay học bữa thứ mấy?
No, try to speak English, yeah, because
Okay.
from now on we speak English.
Yeah.
But if something wrong or it's very complicated to explain,
Okay.
you may switch to Vietnamese too for them. Yeah, but from now on we try to speak in English.
Okay, sounds good. I can do that. It's better. Okay. Let me know when we can start so that, let's see.
We will start on time. Yeah? So now we have 6 minutes to go.
Okay. So in America or any class that usually has some icebreaker. So it kind of like some warm up activity, just a little bit, 1 or 2 minutes so that we get to know each other. I need to apologize ahead that we probably won't be able to get to know all of you guys. But we'll pick some people that I see here so that we can talk. I want to hear you guys as much as I can. I miss students. I miss hearing people. Let's see.
Just ask them to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Usually I'll practice it many times in the class.
Right. Don't be shy, guys. Here I was a student myself, and long time ago. Let's see. How about we can start with me first. So everyone saw my name there. It's funny because in America they look at my name and they keep asking question. Really, that's your name? Because here the last name and the first name are usually different, but my name is make it simple because first and last name are the same. So whenever they ask me to spell my name, I only spell once, except the second ones are the same. The second fun fact is that people cannot pronounce Win in America correctly, so they call me Win-Win. So you guys heard the term win-win situation, like 50-50. You win and you lose. So people really like that joke when I introduce myself. Okay, so let's start with some of you guys. Tell me one fun fact about you, anything. Okay, today is the 12th December 9th. 12 plus 9 will be 21. Can I have you introduce yourself, 21, Lê Minh Tiến?
Hello, Miss Nguyen, and hello everyone in the class. My name is Minh Tiến, and I'm from Saigon. I'm currently studying the sixth year student at Phạm Ngọc Thạch Medical School. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I met a lot of Phạm Ngọc Thạch medical student. Well, actually, they already a doctor and they pursue in USMOE in the US. You guys very talented.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you. Welcome to the class. Hope to hear you more during the lecture. Okay. Let's start with another number. Today is also the year of 2020. So can I have, let's see, do we have 2022 today or 20? Let me see. Yeah, the screen doesn't show all of you guys, so I don't know. Okay, let's start number 1 then. Everyone like to start with number 1? I like number 1. Bùi Hương Ngọc.
Hello, my name is Bùi Hương Ngọc. I am a 5-year student, medical student in Hanoi.
In Hanoi?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I never been to Hanoi. Tell me one thing that's special about Hanoi this season. Is it very cold there?
Yes. Today very cold.
Oh, okay. But I guess, is there anything special during this season when the tests come in? What, if you leave Hanoi, what will you miss most about Hanoi during this time?
I think it's many delicious food.
Okay, I love food. Okay, who else didn't there? Okay, thank you so much for coming, and I hope to hear you again during our lecture. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, we have more people joining. Ooh, okay. I'm so happy about that. All right. We have a few more minutes. Let's see. What number? I like number. Let's see. Okay. How about 62? Phan Văn Nam Phu. You have a black and white, so it's pretty like standing out.
I have just graduated from Hanoi Medical University, and now I'm practicing to get my license in general practitioner. Yeah, and a fun fact about myself is my name. Most of people when hear my name say it's a name for man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the what Van make people think that is for men, not for women. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I guess you always get the surprising look whenever they call your name up to say something. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much again for attending here today with us, and hope you enjoy the lessons. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Okay, I want people volunteer, you know, the more I hear you guys, I would love to know people, where you guys on from. So I got someone from Hanoi, from anyone from Huế, because I graduated from Huế University. No one from Huế Huế University of Medicine and Pharmacy. All right, but I know that the number, what do we call, the number in the back of the vehicle, the model one is for, or the area, or in America we call zip code, but in Vietnam, I guess for her it would be 75. Trương Việt Linh, you here? You able to unmute yourself and introduce? Let us know a little bit about you. 75. I saw he said, okay. Oh, he's not here. Wow. Fun fact: I grew up in Gia Lai, and the number for that province is 81. I saw 81 to join. Let's see. Okay, 91. Is 91 here? Okay. Vũ Hồng Nhung. Oh, she connecting. Okay, maybe I'll get back to you then. Okay, how about I asked already if anyone volunteered to ask any question not related to our lesson today. Yeah, anything about America, anything about me, anything about Andin, or you can ask anyone looks like have a beautiful face that you like to know. Come on.
I have a question for you.
Okay, who you are then? What number then?
I'm 62.
Okay, 62. Is there anywhere that we can see someone who's speaking? I want to see your face. Oh, Nam Phu. Okay.
You say you graduated from Huế Medical University, yeah, and can you share about your journey from a medical student in Vietnam to a doctor in America?
Well, that's quite a journey, huh? Because I'm very old. I graduated in 2012. And if you guys go back to the MD forum, I probably shared, there was some video that I shared very detailed and lengthy story about how I became a doctor here, a resident here. But briefly, I graduated in Vietnam in 2012. I went to Saigon and worked there for 18 months. As a general practitioner, and then I left Vietnam, studied for USMLE. Well, so it took a long time for me to get where I am today. I matched into internal medicine residency in Florida last year, so I'm currently PG White 2 or postgraduate year, second. So that's how we usually call, or you can call me a so that the patient can know that I'm not just medical students. So people giving me the title would be, resident physician. So that if you guys see that title, it means a physician in training. And if you see me PG White 2, it means I'm in second year, so I have one more year to go before I graduate. Okay. If anything, if you're more interested in becoming, get into residency in the US, on VitMD, have many other sections before talk about that, and a lot of other people who before me or match the same year with me share the experience. But you can always, DM me, or I can provide my email later on. I can answer you like personally. But today, just focus on English, okay? Okay. All right, so who knows that you guys know what's the topic today about? Let's see, 40. Nguyễn Thị Dung.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone in our class. My full name is Nguyễn Thị Dung. I'm graduate Vietnam Military Medical University in 2018. After graduating my university, I'm working. I have a work in Hồng Ngọc General Hospital. I'm a pediatrician.
Oh, pediatrician. I love kids, but I chose not to become a pediatrician because I found it really hard to work as a pediatrician. Okay, so you happen to know what we're going to talk about today?
I'm sorry. You asked me again.
Okay. Do you happen to know what are we going to talk about today?
Today is the first session about cardiology, and I have Minh Đỗ teacher gives some advice to have some question to you. So
okay.
I'm in my hospital. I often see about in Vietnam, children often have some disease about respiratory system. So I have a more vocabulary or medical terms in most respiratory system more than cardiology. But I will try to raise my hand to ask you some question in this class.
Very good, very good. Don't worry, because I picked this topic because I'm extremely interested in cardiology. Okay, so it means I don't have as many vocabularies as you in terms of respiratory system. So you can teach me about, respiratory symptoms then. Okay, so you mentioned that cardiology. Can you give me the definition of what is it about? Let's see, a patient asks you, what's the cardiology mean?
Cardiology is containing about some problem about my heart and my vessel.
Okay, right. Very good, very good. And why did you know so? Either you just learn by heart and translate it from English to Vietnamese, or how do you have any method to remember what it is?
In the last session, Mr. Dean teach me that we can separate cardiology into two parts. Cardio in Bruce was it means heart and a vessel, and logi it mean
does it mean study?
Study. Yes.
Okay. So I look at Dr. Dean, Mr. Dean's face, and he seemed look happy. I mean, seem happy. So he happy about your answer. It means you listen to what he taught. That's very good. So again, ology is anything that relate to it means a study, like you guys know biology. What else? I try to think of another biology right now. Cytology is a study about the cell, right? Okay, so we may play a little game later on. Okay, but you was right. The cardio means heart. Okay, so but today our topic a little bit expanded to, like you said, in Vietnamese is the disease about the heart, the vessels itself. So the general term for it, which I don't use ology. In this case, I will call today is the section about cardiovascular disease or cardiovascular system. Okay, so easy. Cardiovascular means something belong to vessel, and disease. You guys know disease means and our system in our body. The organs come together and to do a function, and that what they call system. I don't know if a previous section had mentioned that, but and either anyway, I can share my screen though, right? I can share my screen for the handout. Okay. So like I mentioned today, it will be the session 5. Is about cardiovascular system. Before we start, I just want to briefly want you guys know that really hope, because I know this is the beginning level, so I won't expect you guys know a lot, or there's a much more like higher level communication in English regarding this topic, but at least I want you to familiar with the words or the terminology that we use in this system, is mean including what they mean or define their meaning, and also spell the word parts that used to create the term in that system. So for me, the best way to learn medical terminology in any system is just break it down, like the previous one of our our student just told us, right? We break it down, we define them, but here what I presenting is not all the medical terminology in this system. I try my best just to introduce you guys to very popular or common words that we use in practice, where I go to work every day and we talk about them, and it's in the America that we use, but probably it's used in in any kind of other country too. And the medical terminology will basically in those topics, like subtopics, would be signs, symptoms is a very basic one, and then from signs and symptoms I can introduce you guys to the diseases, some procedure that common in this system, and the treatments, also some devices that you may hear often when they discuss with patient within this scope of system. Okay, at the end we hope that you guys can join me to practice just 1 or 2 minute case that kind of like about the symptoms, then with the diagnosis maybe related to cardiovascular system. All right, everyone good and ready? Okay. Okay, so as I discussed before, the cardiovascular system it's not only include the heart, it's right here, right? But it also included the vessels. So we talk about blood vessels that we often, it divided into type of vessels is arteries and veins. But what connecting between arteries and veins could be capillaries, right? And so that what we call a cardiovascular system. So here we are, we have some what we call a prefix that may present what I just mentioned to refer those structures, right? We have cardio, or sometimes in some word you may not see cardio, but just card. And then along the line that give you more example, but just started, get familiar with these prefix or the word parts and that you may see in other words, so that at least you can guess. Let's see if a word have the cardi or just the cardio, then you may guess in your mind that, okay, this word may be referring something to the heart. Okay, so that's heart. And then anzio or enzy or vasal is it just refer to the blood vessel in general. And then arteries, of course, it is easy. They just remove the end syllables of this noun. They put artery or arterial to make it to combine with other part, so that let's, for example, they may refer to arteriograms, stuff like that. Again, and then capillaries, it make it even easier. They just take the capil or capillo and to refer capillaries. For the vein, the easy one and easy to remember. So you see the vein right here, VEIN S, right? But when they make it become like a prefix, they will do VEN, but not I in the middle, but they can use O after the end to connect with the other one. Let's say it's like venogram, and you guys can see those words later. But another word is harder to see, but they can use it like a flap, like phlebotomist. Is the I can teach you guys what it means later, but it also refer to vein. Okay, for the blood itself, is the liquid inside of the vessel, right? So then I hope that you guys familiar with this. So when they talk about hema, it will be referring to blood. Okay, a little bit harder after we know about the structure. Then we try to learn, you guys can see the blue words right here, that usually at the end of a word, when they talk about, some structure, some symptoms, but they will use the word cardia. Cardia means heart condition. So whatever go before it might, referring to some condition that has to do with the heart. Okay, and this word is not necessarily related to cardiovascular symptoms or disease itself, but is one of the devices to take your blood pressures, the manometer. And if you see the OLE here, it means it's small. So let's try to combine the artery OLE. It's a very small arteries, okay? And then the word pressure is just to press down. And you also see this word at the end, and that can combine with one of these. Is a spasm. Spasm is the involuntary muscle contraction. So if I say vasospasm, it means is the involuntary contraction of the muscle of the arteries. Okay. You guys still can hear me well? Okay. All right, because I see low system resources. Okay.
Yes, I can hear clearly.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Maybe because of the system, I hope it will. I like to see. Okay. All right. So the next one, it looks like a lot, but let me just try to make it bigger. And if you guys have a handout, you can download and look at, your screen. It's not, you don't need to look at my screen if you don't see it well, okay? So I will pick up someone to add few questions. Let me see how I get back there. I want to see people though. Let's see.
You
okay.
just stop sharing, Dr. Nguyen.
Oh, I stopped sharing? Okay.
Yeah, so you can see every people. Otherwise, you couldn't see any.
Oh, okay. No, are you guys still seeing my screen right now?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, but I can see you guys, just a few people here. I can see it. I can call the number then. Okay. All right. So sorry, guys. I don't know why I got disconnected, but there's some technical issues here. And thank you for your patience. Let's see. Can everyone hear me? Okay.
We hear you.
Okay. I'm here. I'm not getting lost anymore. Yeah, all right. I mean, maybe it'd be better if you can share your screen, because my computer is kind of low on storage somehow. So it will kick me out of the Zoom. I can use your screen. Can you share your screen? So that is, yeah, that's better.
Okay, that's much better.
yeah, that's true. So that I can hear, and let's see. Let me just get back where I am. Okay, so the next page, please. So first, obviously, when we talk about the heart, we need to know what parts of it, what the people are talking about, right? Go up a little bit, and if that could be okay, thank you. Okay, so we're talking about the heart. So you see the picture says is all, because Andin is much more experienced than me, so his picture or his handout much larger than mine. Okay, that works. Okay, so we're gonna play a game. I'm not gonna bore you guys out just by explaining the word, and it's hard to understand, but I want to hear you guys as much as I can. So as I tell you guys earlier, the best way to understand a terminology or say it right would be break the word into syllable, into group. Not just one or two syllable, but into part. So let's start with one word, and then I'll let you guys go through all of them. To hear from you. So let's say this word, the black word is the word that we're going to learn. And there are a group of like a syllable or symbols that I don't know what we call it, but it's not IPA. So keep in mind, it's not IPA, the international phonetic things for English pronunciation. But what it means is I found it easier for you to learn how to say it right. So you see, it's set end. So you see the endocardium here. They said they have en, and then you have to pronounce it. You have to say it n, and then do, you say it do, right? And then you have a cardium. So remember we talk about CRDI. it's not at the beginning, but the part of the word is mean, no matter what the word means, you may not know this word before, but you know that it talk about the heart, correct? So it means the heart. And then we have a D-I, so we have to say it. So it's called D. It's easy, right? Because just like in Vietnamese, D. And then the second one, the last one will be the two syllable go together. So U-M, so we call okay? So you guys notice that the car, okay, A-R is capitalized. You know, it capitalized is bigger than the other one. It means where you need to put your stress on that. So, you know, when we talk about medical English, back in several years ago, when I study medical English, even now, sometimes I say the word, I don't pay attention so much to the stress. But when you hear from the native speakers, they make it sound very nice, just like they singing a word or song by put the stress at the right place. It's not just in medical English, but it's also in, you know, a conversation, you know, English too. So let's say in this word, you can see in the box, they break it down into 3 parts to explaining the meaning of it. So endo is mean the innermost or within. And then cardio, like we learned about it at the beginning, is mean heart. The is mean it's just a structure or a period of time. So, but in this case, we're talking about structure. So it's mean a structure. So basically you can define a word. Let's say I don't know anything about medical English, but after what I'm telling you guys, we can define it. It's a structure that referring to the innermost part of the heart, okay? So we don't know what it is, but we don't know, even you don't know medicine, you know the word that means. All right, everyone get it? Okay, so that's how we're gonna do it. So I would expect each of you would try to read the word based on the word, the black word with bold, based on what they instructed you guys with the stress. And then explaining to me what it means based on the blue blue words or blue part that is explaining the meaning. Okay, all right, let's try the second one.